Om Raya, Om Raya, Om Raya, Om Raya, Om Raya, Om Raya.
The here and now practice. Listen to this audio as often as you want. Repetition can teach you some wonderfully unexpected things. The phrase "here now" has become popular in recent years. We hear it from many different sources, and as we could expect, it is now taken on a variety of meanings. It's even used as business logos and names. Philosophically and intellectually, it has come to mean things that even oppose each other, such as the real world, or reality, the natural world, nature, 3D time-space, the present moment, down to earth, grounded, living in the present, being spiritually aware, irresponsible, short-sighted, just caring about the present, hippie daydreaming, avoidance, bureaucratic short-sightedness. In the Katasi tradition, the here and now is about collecting your attention from your masks and blind beliefs that have you habitually plunging your thoughts and emotions into the past or the future or a possible version of reality or into some fantasy world. When we think of a different time or place, especially when we're dwelling on it, our attention is living there. We are literally sending a piece of our attention there. That means there is a lot less of us left in the current moment. Sometimes we're scattered in many different directions. Our attention is divided and scattered, and the events, blind beliefs, and emotions of this wallowing in another place and time are being felt here in current time. We are literally recreating them in the present and experiencing them in the present. They're bleeding over into our present real life and getting all mixed up together. We aren't seeing the forest for the trees. The result is that this wallowing ends up having control over our life, and we're living everywhere but in our current time and location. We're letting our lives slip away. The Whitakers told me that the here now moment is the moment of power. When you are feeling your song stimulated from a memory, it is starting in the memory of the feeling and You're bringing the feeling forward into current time and experiencing your song in the current time and place. Experiencing happens in the here and now. Even when we go on a spirit journey, we must be in the here and now moment in order to get into and keep our own driver's seat. Our point of awareness is stretched out into the non-linear, but we are anchored and strapped in firmly in our driver's seat. To maintain this activity, we must stay anchored in the here and now. Even though we're exploring different times and places and dimensions, or even our own other lifetimes. To live in our song, one has to be in the here and now. To be awake, one has to be in the here and now. In Katasi, bringing yourself back to the here and now does not disavow or throw away the past or ignore or run away from the future, nor does it disallow using your imagination. In Katasi, we use the past to learn from. There's a great deal of knowledge there if we know what to look for and are willing to be honest with ourselves. In Katasi, we learn to assess and project likely outcomes of our actions into the future, even into many generations ahead. We're always watching the effects we have on all others and letting that teach us how to make better choices and actions. We're concerned with the continuance and harmony of life and all species. And Katasi strongly encourages using imagination to foster creativity and invention.